Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday night edition of our ILCA 5-day challenge. My name is your Queen Connectress, Miss Marnita Casa, and I will be your humble hostess for today. There is something that I always like to say, and that is we totally understand there are so many different things that you can be doing with your time, and that the nighttime is the right time for family and for preparation of the next day. So the fact that you guys decided to come on out and hear what we have to say, of course, it makes us so very happy. So again, thank each and every one of you for being here. And what a wonderful place this is, you guys. I am so very happy to see each and every one of you off of the last couple of nights where we learned about blockchain technology. We learned about what is cryptocurrency. I got such a wonderful feedback. And it makes me so happy to see so many people wanting this cryptocurrency education, knowing how important it is for us to have this in our lives. So thank each and every one of you for being here. I see my VIPs are coming on in. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Thank you so very much for being here. As you come on in, type your name and where you are from in the chat box. That way I get a chance to tell everyone who is here with us on the VIP side. And if you have the opportunity, please turn on your cameras. One of the best parts about us meeting on Zoom is that we get a chance to see all those faces and all those wonderful smiles. So I'm going to go ahead and start saying hello to everyone. First up is the beautiful Miss Rita Bouchard is coming on in from San Diego, California. Hello, Queen. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. I see you, Samantha. Hello, love. How are you? Thank you so very much for being here. And you are becoming a familiar face. It's really good to see you. I see we have the lovely Miss Jacqueline Briggs is here with us today. Hello, Jacqueline. I see you, CJ. I was ready for you. Boom. Yes, sir. Thank you so very much for being here. It is always good to see you. I see my good friend, Mr. Nathan Hansberger is here with us tonight. Hello, Nathan. He is coming on in from Las Vegas, Nevada. There goes my good friend, Mr. Fetty Sherman. Hello, sir. How are you? I'm glad you made it. He is coming on in from Ohio. It is always good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. I see you, beautiful. Her name is Carla Arrigo. She is coming on in. Mwah! Yes, love. Yes, she is coming on in from St. Louis, Missouri. It is always good to see you, baby. Thank you so much for bringing on that positive energy. I swear I love it. There is the beautiful Miss Janelle Apley coming on in from lovely Colorado. I see you, Queen. There is my wonderful angel. Her name is Joyce Easley. You guys keep an eye on her. She has been making big moves, and I am so very proud of everything she's done. Joyce, thank you so much for being here, for being a part of our community. There is the beautiful Miss Kimberly Brooks. Hello, Queen. How are you? She is coming on in from Mesa, Arizona. I also see that we have, I'm sorry, I see Jacqueline is coming on in from St. Petersburg, Florida. There is my wonderful friend, Mr. Melvin Robinson. Mwah. Thank you so very much for being here, King. It is always good to see you. Now, as you guys come on in, I see you, love. Thank you so much for being here. As you guys come on in, I always try to tell you, grab a pen and a piece of paper because you guys are going to want to take notes. I have been here for the last 2 years, every single challenge, and every time we have a challenge, you guys, either I learned something new or a question that I have is answered. So you being here, you are here at the right time, but I don't want you to miss a beat. Now, all my friends on YouTube, hello, you guys. Mwah. I promise you tomorrow I'm going to have it set up so I see all your names as you're coming on in so I can give you guys a shout out too. And well, we're at the top of the hour, so we're going to go ahead and get this party started. Again, thank each and every one of you for joining us for our Thursday night ILCA 5-day challenge. My name is your Queen Connectress, Miss Marnita Casa, and I will be your humble hostess for tonight. It is my honor to introduce you all to a man that for over 25 years dominated dominated the direct sales industry. His cryptocurrency education is used by companies and universities worldwide. For over 6 years, he dedicated his life to learning about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, but he didn't just stop there. He decided to go out, share his information with the masses. And this was done by putting on fun and exciting Bitcoin boot camps nationwide. Now, he has built thriving communities and wonderful platforms like you see before you now. So without further ado, it is my honor to introduce you all to Mr. Brandon Ivey.
All right, all right. Thank you for that introduction, Miss Casa. Welcome everybody to our day 4. Well, technically day 3 since this is our 3rd day, but this is the 4th day for our 5-day challenge. Miss Casa welcomed all of you in, and thank you for being our hostess, Miss Casa. And she also mentioned those of you on YouTube. So I'm watching you guys on YouTube as well. Go ahead and let everybody know you're here also. And I see Catherine. Catherine is on fire right now. Got to give it up to her. Catherine Clement. So welcome, everybody. I'm going to jump right on into it because tonight is a lot of information in a very short period of time. I mean, I'm not even doing it justice, but I'm going to at least try to cover a lot to give you some basic understanding. And then on your own time, you can do more research to learn more about any specific thing that I mentioned about. And of course, we extend an invitation for you to purchase our courses and join our community that you're going to be able to learn more. Matter of fact, tomorrow night, we will be announcing a special coupon code that we're going to be offering for anybody in the MoveQuest community that would want to further their crypto knowledge. We have a special announcement for all of you guys tomorrow. So let me jump on into it. Let me get my slide here ready to go. We're going to be talking about a few things tonight. Where to purchase Bitcoin, what are wallets, and a little bit about security. So Monday night, we went over what is the blockchain. So you have a good understanding of what that is. And Tuesday night, we covered what is cryptocurrencies? How does cryptocurrencies work? Then we were off last night, and we're back tonight for covering the wallets. So let me share a screen. And I forgot to also say, for those of you who don't know me, like Ms. Casa said, I'm Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. I'm the founder and CEO of Ivy League Crypto Academy. We are closely coming on 3 years since we launched in January of 2022. Wow, I can't believe time has gone by that fast. And we're in the process of gearing up and preparing for 2025, where we'll be taking our brand to a whole nother level. I already said it before, a sneak peek on something called ILCA Health Division, and you're going to see a lot more divisions with ILCA. My company is ILCA LLC and not Ivy League Crypto Academy. That's only one division. It really stands for Ivy League Coaching Academy, and we're going to have several divisions in that, from crypto education, health and wellness, but a few others like personal development, self-improvement. I was known as the mindset business coach before I got into cryptos. Very big in personal development and self-improvement. I actually got paid a lot of money to do speeches around the country for different companies. And we're going to have an entire marketing division as well, because we are a marketing company at the same time. And we'll be doing training. So you'll be seeing all of that come to fruition next year. But tonight, where to purchase Bitcoin. All right, key points to consider. And everything that I do tonight as well, I'm going to be gearing it towards MQT and MoveQuest, because most of us, if not all of us, is involved one way or another. So I'm going to make it make sense, make it real for you guys. So 3 points to consider when buying Bitcoin. 1, how are you going to pay for it? Are you going to pay for it with a credit card? Are you going to try to use a debit card? Are you going to go to the Bitcoin ATM machine? Are you going to use a Cash App? Payment method. How are you going to pay for it? Number 2, what platform or venue are you going to use? I suggest for every single beginner in crypto, for your very first time, the safest place to do, the safest thing you need to do is to create a Coinbase account. They are registered, licensed, and in the United States. It's the safest place. Now, once you start to get more educated, you'll know that you won't be using Coinbase long term for your future endeavors. But to get started, you want to make sure you start with Coinbase. And let me answer that. Kenny asked me this question twice. So let me answer that question real quick. What's the difference between coins and tokens? A lot of people use those two terms interchangeably. They're not the same. A coin is what we call a layer one token or coin. It means it has its own blockchain. If it has its own blockchain, it is a coin. A token is using someone else's blockchain. So 99.9% of all meme coins out there are tokens. They just call them coins, but they're tokens. So knowing that fact, let me ask you guys a question and see who answers this. Is the MQT a coin or a token? Type it in the chat box. Is MQT a coin or a token? All right, we got the answers flowing in. What about you guys on YouTube? Anybody on YouTube want to answer that question? I'm going to finish this slide, then I'm going to come back with that answer. So platform, then you use, where do you go? What are you going to use to purchase your crypto? I suggest Coinbase. I have a lesson all about creating a Coinbase account. All right, you guys got it on there. MQT is a token. Why? Because MQT does not have its own blockchain. It is riding on the Avalanche blockchain. Jacqueline's got it. It's on the Avalanche blockchain. Here's another one. BNB. Is that a coin or a token? BNB. That stands for the Binance. All right, everybody on the Zoom answering it. What about on YouTube? Do you guys know the difference? Type it in the YouTube chat box. Now, key points to consider. Payment methods range from credit card to bank transfer, payment app like PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, etc. Face-to-face with cash and even barter. I will strongly discourage doing any bartering. What does that mean? You know, when a friend comes to you, say, hey, can I buy some crypto off of you? You might do it for a close friend or relative, but don't make a habit of doing it on a big scale. Because if you do, the government can say that you are trying to be a money transmitter and you need to be registered to do that. Oh, so nobody on YouTube knows. Okay. BNB is a coin. The inner circle, once again, got it right. Like that, it pays to be in the inner circle. You guys are crypto educated. Catherine came in late saying a coin. So BNB is a coin. Why? Because it has its own blockchain. It's the Binance blockchain, BSC. BSC Smart Chain is what they want to call it. I'll ask another one. Is Ethereum a coin or a token? Type it in the chat box. Platforms and venues for buying Bitcoin include digital wallet providers, centralized spot exchanges, over-the-counter desks, peer-to-peer marketplaces, and even payment apps like PayPal. Of course, it's possible to buy Bitcoin face-to-face. For example, you could give cash to your friend in exchange for receiving an agreed amount of Bitcoin. As for where your Bitcoin goes after you buy it, the options are into a Bitcoin wallet that you control. What does that mean? Well, if you control it, that means you own the private keys. It's a non-custodial. You have to know the difference between when you hear the word custodial and when you hear the word non-custodial. In one of my lessons, I have lessons about terms, Bitcoin or crypto terms, because since this is a new space for you, you got to understand the lingo. I think it's called crypto lingo, understanding crypto lingo. So you know when you hear these words, you know what they mean. So you'll hear the word all the time, custodial, and you'll hear the word non-custodial all the time. Custodial means somebody else is holding it on your behalf. There's like gold. If you don't have the gold in your home, somebody or an agency is they're taking custody of the gold for you. In crypto, if your crypto is on custodial wallets or any exchanges or platforms, they actually own it. They're just giving you access to it until they decide they don't want to give you access anymore. That's centralized. What about into a Bitcoin wallet someone else controls? Centralized cryptocurrency exchange or payment app like PayPal. PayPal, centralized. Coinbase, centralized. Uphold, centralized. Binance, centralized. FTX, centralized. I mean, Gemini, centralized. So you understand that when you hear that, that means your crypto may be in those wallets. You may have a password to get in, but there's no private key. You know, they have custody of your crypto and they can decide whenever they feel like it not to give you access anymore. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin. Remember that term. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin. I am still shocked by the amount of people that still hold all of their crypto on centralized exchanges. And they do so for convenience because it's easy to trade and coming in and out with. But what happens when that exchange gets hacked or the owner, well, I can't say fakes their death, but the largest exchange in Canada back in the day used to be an exchange called Quadriga CX. It's the largest exchange in Canada. And then supposedly one December, the creator of the exchange and his wife decides to go on some Indian backpacking tour and he supposedly dies. They don't report his death for a whole nother month. And then they say, well, he had all the private keys to the exchange and all was like 200 and something million dollars gone overnight. Nobody can access to it because he supposedly took it to his grave with him. How is that possible? Because it was a centralized exchange and he owned the private keys. There was thousands of people that lost their money just like that. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin. When you hold Bitcoin in a wallet you control, known as a non-custodial wallet, you never have to ask for permission to use it. This means you can receive your Bitcoin without waiting for a third party like a centralized exchange to approve the transaction. It also means you can send your Bitcoin wherever you want, whenever you want. By contrast, many custodial Bitcoin wallets impose severe restrictions on what you can do with your Bitcoin. For example, you may be asked to register an address before sending Bitcoin to it. And you may be required to wait several days before being allowed to make a withdrawal. I had a quick wake-up call with Uphold, and it didn't hit me. Uphold operates just like Coinbase. And so I was like, there was a project I needed to get on, and they only took Ethereum. I didn't want to sell my other crypto, so I wanted to buy Ethereum. I think it was like I bought like $2,000 worth. I knew if I bought it from Coinbase, it would have been held for like 7 days. And I needed that. I needed it immediately. So I was like, ooh, and I was moving too fast. I went to Uphold. I bought the Ethereum, and then I went and tried to move it immediately to where I needed it to go, and I was blocked. And I was like, what the hell? And I'm looking at it. There's the Ethereum in the wallet. Why isn't this going through? I contacted their support, and then they said, did you read the message? And no, I did not. I was moving too fast. The message said, oh, a very new purchase of Ethereum. I have to wait 45 days before I'm given access to it so that they can make sure it's not going to be used for illegal, illicit activities. 45 days. I missed out on the, well, I didn't miss out because I had to spend another 2,000 somewhere else. But if that's all I had to worry about, I would have missed out because that project ended up making me about $35,000. So if I didn't have an extra 2,000 to make a move, I would have lost on that opportunity because I'm messing around with a centralized exchange. Never did that again. And I learned a lesson. So now it's not that centralized exchanges are bad. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying that there's a higher risk by utilizing them. There's pros and there's cons. So in some cases, PayPal, for example, withdrawal, well, now this has changed. I do need to update this. They now do allow withdrawals, but back in the day, PayPal wouldn't allow withdrawals of any kind. It's also not uncommon to have your account frozen altogether. Coinbase is kind of good at doing that too. Whenever there's major volatility in the market, all of a sudden nobody can do any transactions with Coinbase. If you've been deemed a security or fraud risk, for example, you may be locked out of your account with no recourse to action. Well, it depends on the platform. That also happened to me using Uphold, that I was messing around with some other new opportunity and their wallet was flagged for illicit activity. So the moment I sent crypto to that wallet, they flagged my account, froze my account, and I had to go through a lengthy process just to get it back. It took a little more than a week for me to get back access to my own account and my own crypto. The best non-custodial Bitcoin wallets also enable you to customize the network fee each time you send. You don't have to worry about that anymore. That was really a thing back in the day. This means you can save money on transaction fees when you're not in a rush. That means sometimes, well, let's use MQT, for example. You might notice every time you do a transaction that your MetaMask wallet pops up and you'll see the pending, and then wait a couple of seconds and another box pops up that says speed up. So if you hit that speed up button for a little bit more extra fee, it'll speed up, it'll move your transaction to the front of the line. But things are happening so fast now, that's really not necessary. But it was a thing back in the day. There were times where the Bitcoin blockchain got bogged down, and the Ethereum one, where normally a transaction could be confirmed in seconds. All of a sudden it took 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 2 hours, and people would be freaking out. Did I lose all my crypto? I sent it and it's not there. Just look at the blockchain and you'll see it says still pending. That's the thing about the blockchain. Nothing gets what's the word on it? Disappears. There's always record of it somewhere. You just got to know where to look. Perhaps most importantly, non-custodial wallets are more secure. As long as you maintain key management best practices, you'll never have to worry about getting hacked, nor will you be exposed to counterparty risks like a centralized exchange getting hacked or going bankrupt. Why do I need to verify my identity to purchase Bitcoin? People ask that question. Why do I need to verify? Well, when you buy Bitcoin with government-issued currency, meaning if you're using the government's money, that dollar, that's their domain, and you're issuing it through an exchange service, you're interacting with a regulated business. In the United States, this is not so in every country, but in the United States, such businesses must comply with KYC, that means know your customer, and anti-money laundering AML regulations pertaining to the transfer of money. See, even though Bitcoin and blockchain itself runs on an independent railing system all on its own, decentralized, when you're using government's money to enter that space, you're still dealing with their domain. You still got to work with them for now. So these regulations require the collection and storage of customer information, including identity documents and sometimes proof of address. So any centralized exchange in the United States, you will have, they'll ask you for KYC. Like I'm going to have our inner circle next week. We're going to be looking at the base blockchain, since Lynette says it's a 95% chance we're going to be on base next in January, adding that. So we're going to go over that, and you're going to see, I got to go back in my memory. I think I did already register an account, but if I didn't, we're going to go through the process and show you guys. It's going to ask for KYC and all that kind of stuff. What are the fees for buying Bitcoin? Fees for buying Bitcoin depend on the payment method and platform or venue that's being used. For example, if you're buying directly from a friend and settling in cash, which I do not advise, you'll only need to consider the network fee for sending the Bitcoin from your friend's digital wallet to yours. If you're paying with a credit card or bank transfer, You'll, of course, need to factor in the fees for using those payment methods. So not only do you have the fee for using the blockchain, those centralized third-party agencies are charging a fee as well for you having the privilege of using their platform. This is whenever you hear me do the MoveQuest presentation, and I say that a centralized company is in business to make money and that they take 90% of the profit for themselves, whereas MoveQuest is not a company. 90% of what would be profit to a company is going right back into the ecosystem because it's decentralized. So you see the difference here. So not only with these centralized systems are you paying the transaction fee, you're also paying the fee to use their system. Just like if you go to the grocery store and you want to pay for your food with your debit card, well, you're also paying not only taxes, but you're being charged a fee to use that POS system, which means point of sale system. So that third party point of sale system is getting a fee from you. It's also getting a fee from the merchant for them having the privilege of using that terminal in the store for convenience. So the third party middleman is getting paid twice off the same transaction. That's why they make so much money. And that's another reason why they don't like crypto, because crypto is going to eliminate that third party man. I hope this, see, now that we cover what blockchain is and how cryptocurrencies work, this information now should start making sense. It should start clicking. And sometimes you got to hear it over and over and over and over again. So beyond that, exchange services charge additional fees for facilitating trades. These fees cover the exchange's operating costs plus a small margin. Really? Really? You guys heard of FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried? In 2 years, he went from zero to multi-billionaire status. All of these small little fees add up. It's a lot. And what Lynette created with MoveQuest, she figured out, and I got to do this. I got to show. Let me stop sharing the screen here. Let me show the chart because I hear this all the time now, even from people on the outside. They're like, I don't get it. How are you guys doing what you're doing? You just see something here. How is it that we got 427 sales versus 76 buys, 40,000 volume in sales, 50,000 in buys, and the token ain't at zero? How's that possible? This project, because of this community, this project should be dead right now. How is this possible? Because the smart contract, every time it kicks in, it is taking what would be the billions of dollars that Sam Bankman-Fried and CZ from Binance and Gemini, the Winklevoss twins and Coinbase, what would be profit for them, it gets dumped back here, which is why the liquidity is over 2 million. Let me show you a project that should be doing much bigger. Well, I'm putting Wingstop in. It's not Friday yet. Got Wingstop on my mind. Dex Tools. I'm going to pull up another project. I'm not going to say the name out loud, but I'll type it in here. What's the right one? I want to make sure I'm... No. Coin market cap is what I want. Getting live training right now. Okay. I'm just going to put in the token. I'm not going to say it out loud. Somebody's going to get angry and mad. Since I am public. Where's the contract address? There we go. Look at that liquidity. $2,000? You've got to be kidding me. $2,000. This is not a small community. This is a huge community. There's a billionaire that came on this year that got everybody hyped up about it. But do you think these people could sell their tokens? $2,000 liquidity because there is no self-sustaining ecosystem here. We're talking about 0.0004. And that's what they've been up 64% in the last 24 hours. What's the point of that? Ain't nobody to sell. But then you look at MQT, 2 million. Like I said, the MQT project has been the most successful crypto-based project I have ever seen. And I don't say that, I say that even looking at this as an outsider. All right, let me bring back up my slides. Yeah, start from current slide. Share screen. So you all should be proud and protective of what you have. And that's a reason why this community is getting targeted. Remind us how long I've been in crypto. Oh, I love sharing that story. I first bought crypto in 2016. That's the first time I bought crypto. 2016. I didn't know nothing about it. I started studying it in 2017. I got started with 30 bucks in 2017, and I flipped that to 6 figures by Christmas that same year. It wasn't until I actually started doing my crypto talks in 2017 and my morning crypto talk. In fact, back in those days, I used to do 2 crypto talks a day. I had my morning crypto talk, and then we had late night, not for kids crypto talk. Some of you guys remember those days. Jacqueline Briggs is on here. She was there about those days. We had late night crypto talks. That's for the adults. Yeah, some people want me to bring that back. So anyways, what are the fees for buying Bitcoin? Okay, yeah, we covered that one and that. All right. The number one exchange for a beginner that you should, if you're in the United States, register an account with Coinbase. I even have a video that says how to register an account with Coinbase. You're right, Christopher Dodds. MQT is a different monster. It is. Others are right now trying to figure out how they do it. And I guarantee there's going to be copycats. Will they be able to do it the same way? I don't know. Because again, blockchain, anybody can do it, just like Bitcoin. Other people created other tokens because they thought they could improve on Bitcoin. That's why there's thousands of them out there now. So Coinbase.com was founded in 2011, based in San Francisco. It offers everything, almost everything right now. Buying crypto from Bitcoin from a decentralized from a centralized crypto exchange. So know the difference. Centralized, you got a central point of entity and everybody plugging into that, versus decentralized, there is no one central point of entry. Here's the typical flow for buying Bitcoin from an exchange. You visit a cryptocurrency exchange website like Coinbase. You know, I got to do another special. I'm not going to have enough time to cover everything that I want to cover, but we're going to get there. So visit a cryptocurrency exchange website like Coinbase Exchange, create an account and verify your identity as required. That means they're probably going to ask for your driver's license or your passport. That reminds me, I got to redo ours. Ooh, yeah, elections coming up too. I can't leave the country. Passport, identity, or they're going to want your front. So for safety, here's what I will suggest you guys do if you haven't already done it. Have a file not saved to your hard drive, maybe like a flash drive, a small flash drive, a detachable one. But anyways, have a file where you have your driver's license scanned already, front and back, your driver's license, your passport scanned, top and the bottom, and a recent utility bill. Have that scanned as well. Also, take a picture of yourself, a recent picture of yourself, holding up your driver's license next to your face. Have that in a detachable file somewhere. So anytime you're doing something and they require that information, you already have it to give it right there. You don't have to wait around. Well, I got to go and get a scanner. I got to figure out how to do this. Maybe I can get a picture of it with my phone. No. Have it ready to go, because that's in America, that's what you're going to need. All right. Follow the website's instructions to buy your Bitcoin or other digital asset. And everybody's different. Every exchange is different. So just follow their instructions. Your Bitcoin will appear in your exchange account. Now, again, that's their account. You just have access to it. What I strongly suggest is the moment you do that, you move your crypto from there to a decentralized wallet. This is just how to buy it. You got to buy it off of a centralized exchange for now. If you'd like to take full control of your Bitcoin, oh yeah, there you go. Send it from the exchange to your non-custodial wallet, like Exodus. I love Exodus wallet. I have never, ever, ever had an issue with Exodus. You control the private key, and it gives me access to it on my computer, on my phone, on the go. But you have the private key, and they have good support, customer support. Cryptocurrency wallets. Well, a Bitcoin wallet is a software program where Bitcoins are stored, just like email. Everybody has email, but not everybody uses the same email provider. Some people use Gmail. Some people use, I can't believe some people are still using Yahoo or Hotmail. I think I saw my mom had a Hotmail account. What are you doing with that? Or Proton Mail. Think about it. There's many different email providers that you can choose from. It's the same way with wallets. There's many different wallet programs that you can choose from. Bitcoin wallets facilitate sending and receiving Bitcoins and gives ownership of the Bitcoin to the user. The Bitcoin wallet comes in many forms: desktop, mobile, web, and hardware. Those are the four main types of wallets. Now, because of technology, all of those four types are now being blended. I mean, your cell phone, like I got my Z Fold, this is like a mini computer for me. So it acts like a desktop wallet, it acts like a mobile wallet, it acts like a web wallet, and I can have it act as a hardware wallet. I could literally create a new MetaMask, put it on this phone or one of my other phones that's not connected to a phone line, put it on that. I even went and grabbed my wife's old, you see it's pink, my wife's old phone that she was no longer using because I upgraded her. I don't throw out nothing. I don't do, you know how they say, upgrade your phone and you trade it in and you can get a discount on you. No, I don't trade nothing in. I keep all my hardware. So I dug out of the box her old phone. I'm mining MQT on this one. And it has no phone number to it. It's just Wi-Fi disconnected. So I can add MetaMask to this, which I have, a completely separate MetaMask, put tokens on it. It's never connected. And now it's like a ledger wallet. So they don't have to pay $400 or $200 for one of the ledgers. That'd be creative. But technology has blended all of these now into one. But think of it like a wallet in your pocket or purse. It holds your money. In this case, it holds your Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So once you purchase your first Bitcoin from an exchange, you will have that Bitcoin in your wallet at that exchange. Therefore, each exchange has a wallet system. It is very common to have a number of wallets. You can have as many as you want. In fact, you should. You should have I'm not even telling you how many wallets I have. Now it's how many devices. You know, I was talking to my sponsor who brought MoveQuest to me. And I was telling him that I got it's driving me crazy. I have come to the conclusion, iPhone, and I am not team iPhone. I don't want to hear it, Judy. iPhone operates the best when it comes to MoveQuest, when it comes to tracking all of your information and data. Better than Android. I've tested them out. I've switched wallets on different devices. Same activity. iPhone always gives me more shares. So I went and bought another iPhone, right? And the point was I was going to take one of my Androids, take my miners off that Android and move it to the iPhone, which I did. And I was happy with that. But then you know what? Every time I walk by my desk, I see that Android still sitting there on my desk. And I'm like, dang, that Android ain't making me no money. So I went and bought more miners and put it right back on. So now I'm still in the same situation again. So I got that little tick. But anyways, I keep all of my stuff and anything could be a wallet for you. You can have, there's no limit on how many wallets you want, just like there's no limit on how many email addresses that you want to have. A Bitcoin wallet is also referred to as a digital wallet. Establishing such a wallet is an important step in the process of obtaining Bitcoins. Just as Bitcoins are the digital equivalent of cash, a Bitcoin wallet is similar to a physical wallet. Like my son, you're telling him, well, I'll tell you a quick story. When I was a kid, my first introduction to money before school was teaching us the value of different quarters and tokens and dimes. I mean, I can go back to maybe being 3 years old. My earliest memory by every time my grandparents visited, my grandpa would always go in his pocket and give us coins. Me, my brother, my cousins, give us coins. And at the time, the only value I knew of these coins was that I can go get something from the ice cream truck. So as a kid, when you hear that ice cream truck song coming down the street, you know what was up. It was time to get that 50-50 bar, the ice cream sandwiches, and it only cost like 2 dimes. We would be scrounging in the couches because we knew the adults every time they sit down, money fell out of their pockets. So that's where we first places we looked, scrounge up our pennies and nickels. And my grandpa would give my brother and my cousins like dimes and nickels and pennies. But since I was the oldest, he'd give me a quarter. And my mom would always say, all right, man, put that in your pocket. Don't just have it laying around. And I didn't fully understand until I realized that if I put this quarter down, one of my rugrat cousins is gonna snatch it up. So to keep my money safe, my first wallet was my pocket. And then as I got to school, I don't know, maybe 4th or 5th grade, my dad got me my very first wallet. Because we see our parents all the time. And wallets signified money. Every time our parents had to buy something, they'd pull out that wallet and either cash or a card would come out of it. So as a kid, we signified that wallet as money. And I went to school with my wallet, and everybody thought I was the coolest kid that day. I didn't have no money in it, but the wallet signified I had money. And so then I grew up to say you need to keep your money in your wallet for security and safety. Now we're into a digital space. I have a wallet, but it's different. It's like one of those Ridge wallets. It's just my cards, and I hardly have cash on me, and it's safe so that no credit card scanner can try to scan my cards if they just walk right past me. So I got one of those, titanium proof, all that kind of stuff. The future is digital wallets. So the concept remains the same. A wallet is designed to keep your tokens safe. And the only way somebody can get into your wallet is if you give them access. It's like somebody sends you a DM. Yeah, click on this link. Yeah, give me your 12-word seed phrase. You're handing them your wallet. And that's what's happening in our community. Give me about 25 seconds. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. There we go. All right, all right. I apologize. This ring light in front of me was making my eyes sting. I I did a Bitcoin boot camp in Seattle, and I was on stage, and the big bright lights were just beaming. It was hot, and my eyes started to sting, and I'm up there trying to talk, and I'm trying to blink and close my eyes, nearly fell off the stage. These things happening. But anyways, your wallet is your money. You have to keep your wallet safe at all costs. Let me go to the next. Again, the 4 main types of wallets are desktop, mobile, web, and hardware. A hardware wallet is also known as a cold storage wallet. It looks like a detachable hard drive. It can be disconnected from the computer in your home and stored for safety. Many people prefer to use a cold storage wallet so their Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies are not exposed on the internet to hackers. Again, if you can't afford to pay for one, you can use your mobile device as a hardware wallet. If you're going to do that, use a mobile device that does not have a mobile number attached to it, and you just shut off the Wi-Fi. It's as simple as that. Desktop wallets. Desktop wallets are installed on a desktop computer, and provide the user with complete control over the wallet. Desktop wallets enable the user to create a Bitcoin address for sending and receiving the Bitcoins. They also allow the user to store a private key. My favorite desktop wallet is Exodus. That's by far my favorite. The private keys are very important. They actually can be used to restore lost Bitcoin. So someone says, well, if I have a desktop or a laptop and I lose the laptop, do I lose all my crypto? Well, if you're using a wallet like Exodus, no. You can lose your laptop, but you still have your private key. See, things were different in the early days. You guys have heard Lynette talking about she's got like 15,000 or 1,500 Bitcoin missing somewhere on a hard drive she can't get access to. The private keys back then were different than how they are today. So if you've got your private keys right now, you will never lose your crypto. You can get a new laptop, pull up any wallet and add your private keys in there, and your tokens pop up. Mobile wallets. Mobile wallets overcome the handicap of desktop wallets, as the latter are fixed in one place. Once you run the app on your smartphone, the wallet can carry out the same functions as a desktop wallet and help you pay directly from your mobile from anywhere. Thus, a mobile wallet facilitates in making payments in physical stores by using touch to pay via NFC scanning or a QR code. Again, your mobile phone can have the same access to your desktop. So let's say you had MetaMask on your computer. You can also have that same MetaMask wallet on your mobile device. And they're linked, because it's the same wallet. You can do that. I prefer, when I do MetaMask things, I prefer to use my computer than using my mobile phone. I don't do much I don't remember the last time I ever opened up MetaMask on my phone. But if I ever needed to check anything, I do. I can. I have VPN for security on my computer. I think right now it thinks I'm in Kazakhstan or something. And the reason why is I don't like to do crypto transactions on my phone, especially when I'm on the go, because there's scammers and hackers out there, Wi-Fi stuff. You got to watch where you plug your phone into the charger. Like I was at the hospital the other day, and when I was in the waiting room, the nurse was like, "Hey, well, there's always a phone charger over there." Oh, that's okay. I'll travel with my own chargers because those things could be hacked. I never use any devices that I've got my crypto attached to in hotel Wi-Fis. Don't go to no Starbucks and connect your Wi-Fi to any devices that has your crypto on it. There was a big crypto hack on that from Starbucks a couple of years ago, maybe 2020. I think the last time I heard about that. Someone was stealing everybody's crypto. Everybody going into Starbucks, sitting down, having their coffee with their laptop, and they connect into the store's Wi-Fi, and boom, giving everybody access. I only do crypto on my Wi-Fi that I control. All right. Some desktop wallets can also be mobile wallets like Exodus. Other notable mobile wallets are Zingo, Coinami, Abra, Edge, Atomic Wallet, Bread, and Jax. Well, I got to hurry up. We got the presentation coming up. Web wallets. As for web wallets, they allow you to use Bitcoins from anywhere on any browser or mobile. The selection of your web wallet must be done carefully since it stores your private keys online. Coinbase and blockchain are popular web wallet providers, but they are also centralized. Or Coinbase, definitely. Other useful web-based wallets, Crypto.com. Crypto.com is also a very good one. You control the private key on that. Trust Wallet, you control the private key. Uphold, that is centralized. Uno Wallet in Huobi. So you have both centralized and decentralized web wallets. Cold storage wallets. So you might have heard of Trezor or Ledger. Here's another security feature. People love Amazon. I do. Back in the day, everybody loved eBay. Never order any crypto stuff from eBay or Amazon If you're going to order a cold storage wallet, order it directly from the manufacturer so that it goes from their hand to yours. Do not purchase refurbished cold. This could be the most common sense thing, but I had somebody tell me, and this is somebody who had more than $500,000 worth of crypto, trying to save a buck, bought a refurbished cold storage wallet, I think it was a Ledger, off of eBay to save $200. What do you think happened to all of those crypto? Gone. And it didn't happen immediately. It's like it waited for a large amount of crypto to hit that wallet and then boom, took it. Because somebody got in there and programmed the backdoor into it. If you receive a box and the seal is broken, treat it just like if you go to the grocery store and the milk carton's open. Are you going to buy it? Well, we resealed it. Nah, thank you. No, that's good enough. They are unique in that if you keep your keys, keep up with your keys, numbers assigned to the Bitcoin when you load it on the wallet, you can retrieve your Bitcoin if you lose the wallet. I don't personally, I have cold storage wallets. I've got about 4 or 5 of them around here somewhere. I've never used them because I'll need access to my crypto at all times because I may be moving stuff around. So what's good enough for me is wallets that I control the private key, that I'm not connecting to anything. So let me read this last part and then I'll get into a couple minutes of security. So as a disclaimer, this information is intended for educational and training purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. As with all financial decisions, you should contact your licensed financial advisor before investing in any financial instrument. This is at least a 2-hour lesson I had to do in 1 hour. So I hope you guys got enough from that. But on the topic of some security, always use two-factor authentication on your phones. People like to skip that step because it's inconvenient. Always use two-factor authentication because even if somebody got your password, they would need to get your two-factor authentication to get into your wallet. So if you're ever given the option to use 2FA, always select it. Email is not enough. That's not 2FA. So, well, what about text message? No, that's not enough either. You don't say, send your telephone number, we're going to text you your code. No, because there's another hack, and not as prevalent as now, but still it happens to them. It happened to Mark Cuban, and it was real big with AT&T. So anyone who was using like MetaMask wallets they had an AT&T account on an iPhone where things were recorded to the cloud. What this guy did, or this group did, was got your number, got some private information from you, whether they got it from the dark web or what, or they were following you, contacted AT&T, pretended to be you, and they said that they lost their SIM card and can they send a new one to you. Next thing you know, your cell phone ain't working no more because they have access to it now, and now they have access to your entire cloud, and they stole $700,000 from Mark Cuban. My old crypto buddy, Jarvis Coleman, that happened to him. I think it was AT&T too. They got into his account. He didn't have that much money. I think it was a couple $100, but they still stole it. They got it from him. So be careful to always use 2FA, which is Google Authenticator. That's the one. Download it onto your phone, Google Authenticator. When you write down your private keys, have at least 2 to 3 copies of it. 2 to 3 copies, and you're not keeping all copies in your house in the same place. Have them elsewhere. If you want to keep one in your security deposit box at the bank, one at a relative's house, someone that you trust. They don't even know what it is. You just tell them, I need you to hold this for me. You don't need to tell them what it is. But just in case something happens to your home, we have natural disasters. What do you think? The entire state of Florida got hit from north to south, the entire state. We have earthquakes out here in California. We have wildfires. That stupid bridge fire is still burning up there. It had a comeback. So you just never know. And make sure you keep it in what I call your get out bag, so that if you got to leave real quick with all your other important paperwork, that you keep it with you so it can go. Don't let anybody else know where you got your own private key. Don't put it in. Okay, here's something else. Don't put your private key in a safe in your home. Why? A safe signifies that you got some important stuff sitting in there. So if you get raided by the police, not saying that you will, but if you get in any type of trouble, they gain access to your private key. Now they have access to all your crypto because you had it in your safe. Don't put it in your safe. All right, let me think of something else real quick. I only got about 1 more minute left. Again, do not give your private keys away. If you are that type that gotta be on every single crypto new project that pops up because you think you're gonna get rich quick, do not use the same wallet where you have all your MQT on it. Especially if you see websites that say, please connect, click at the top right, connect wallet. Do not connect wallet to your MetaMask wallet that has your other crypto on it. Create another wallet and connect. So even if that wallet gets compromised, it's not going to compromise all of your other wallets. The only way all of your other wallets are compromised is if they gain access to your 12-word seed phrase. Okay, keep that in mind. You do not just click on any links from emails. Let's say you get an email from Coinbase saying, oh yeah, there's a special thing going on your account alert. We need you to verify information. Click on this link. And then the link, it has you, the moment you click on the link, you go to, looks exactly like a Coinbase account telling you to log in. Now, some of you, you might have your computer saving your passwords and you'll notice that all of a sudden your password and your username doesn't automatically pop up. So you're like, oh, whatever. And you type it in. The moment you do that, you're giving them your password. Now they got it. You don't even realize it. And then don't even use the cloud to store your passwords. I don't trust the cloud. And I've got to get over that because eventually everything's going to be on that. So if you do get an email from any centralized space, log directly into the Coinbase, and there's always an alerts tab. So whatever email they're sending you, it's also going to be on your dashboard to verify, and you can always tell. There's always little differences in the emails that can give it away. The word might be spelled different. There's a real A version, and then there's like a European A, different version that you really can't see. Someone just cloned GetFit Mining called getfitsmining.com. Just added the S. And if you're in a rush, you don't really see it. So now you're thinking, as long as it doesn't say IO on it, I'm good. It says .com, it's still spelled wrong. So all of these are little traps that people want to use to separate you from your money. So it is yours. It's one thing to do all your physical workouts and you're doing your submissions and you make your money. I made my MQT, but can you keep it longer than 6 months? Do you flip it? I have more MQT today than I did when I got started. That's the education part. I don't know how to beat it in everybody's head. And people I just want to make money, Brandon. I don't have time to learn. This should be the number one thing. This is why my inner circle ain't having no issues. It pays to be in the inner circle. And if you don't want to get crypto education from me because you don't like me or you don't like the fact that I might make money teaching crypto education, then fine, get it from somewhere else and make sure your team and your community is getting it. I don't need your money. I need you educated because the more educated you are, I make more money. Because then our community ain't getting scammed and scared and the value of our token goes up. I need y'all educated for your benefit and all of our benefit. So if not from me, get it from somewhere. That is it. I'm out of time. We have 3 minutes to get to the next presentation for the evening presentation. Lynette will be on there. And tomorrow night, we're going to talk about how to make money in crypto. And I'm going to be highlighting MoveQuest. And I'm also going to have a special announcement for those that do want to get crypto educated. At least you don't have to be in my inner circle of that. At least get the courses and watch them at your own time. I'm going to have a special announcement for that tomorrow night. So with that, thank you guys for being here. And I will see you guys on the MoveQuest presentation. I'm also Marnita's doing the MoveQuest presentation tomorrow morning. at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Take care, everybody. Brandon Ivey out. Bye-bye.